Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Dear students, welcome to our class. So inshallah we will today see about human population and other topics that come under this. So we all know that in our world we have billions of people living, humans. So um, so the reproduction is one of the factors that is related to this human population. So this is a general think about population, human population, that is family size and pregnancy and contraception. Contraception is basically to interrupt the pregnancy. Okay, so there are different contraceptive methods there. So we are just talking about the different methods here. We are not talking about the Islamic rulings related to this. So if you want to know about the Islamic rulings regarding this, please approach your Islamic teachers like Aftab sir, Manna Ustad and other Ustads, okay, and ask them regarding this if you want to know about the Islamic ruling. But generally here we are not talking about any Islamic ruling, we are just talking about the contraceptive methods. So you just take this as scientific methods without understanding if it is permissible or not. Okay, hope you understand this. So we will see about different contraceptive methods that interrupts the pregnancy. There are two types of methods. One is temporary and second one is permanent. Temporary methods, the fertility returns after stopping the use of the methods. As for permanent, then the contraception is done permanently and it cannot be returned. Okay, the fertility cannot be returned. So now we will see the device and its function. For the temporary methods, you have condoms in males and diaphragms in females. Okay, so it is like a physical barrier that prevents the sperm from meeting the egg. Okay, whether it is for male, that is called condoms, and in females it is diaphragms. So they make a barrier between the sperm and the egg. Okay, and the next one is intrauterine contraceptive device. For example, copper T. It is inserted inside the female body by medical practitioner. Okay, and to prevent the implantation of the growing embryo, so that the sperm cannot reach the egg. And the third one is oral contraceptive pills. So when this pills is basically tablets, they interfere with the ovulation and it prevents the release of ova from the ovaries. So then the fertilization cannot occur. Okay, so all this, it has to be taken under a medical practitioner. Next one is permanent methods, that is vasectomy in males and tubectomy in females. Basically it is cutting the tubes through the sperm travels in males, and in females it is blocking the fallopian tube to prevent the fertilization. Okay, so once again I'm telling you, we are not talking about the Islamic ruling regarding it, we are just studying about the methods that are there. Okay, so now the next topic is reproductive tract infections and sexually transmitted diseases. So there are infections that can infect the reproductive tracts, okay, and affect the reproductive organs, and this can be due to poor genital hygiene, okay, and poor menstrual hygiene among girls. Okay, and the, the diseases that are transmitted from one person to another during sexual contact, which is known as sexually transmitted diseases, that is STDs. So STDs, there are different types of STDs. It is transmitted during vaginal or anal intercourses, genital skin contact. So for example, gonorrhea, syphilis, herpes, chlamydia, warts and chancroid. These are the names of the common STDs. If you want to know more about this, If you Google it, you will understand, inshallah. But here we just see the names, okay. And then human immunodeficiency virus, which can also be transmitted through sexual contact, and AIDS is caused by this virus, that is human immunodeficiency virus. So what are the symptoms, general symptoms of these sexual transmitted diseases? Itching or soreness of genitals or anus. Okay, genitals is this thing, male or female part. Then blisters, sores, lump, rash in urogenital areas. If you don't understand any words like blister, sores, if you Google it, you will see the images and understand. Okay. And then discolored discharge, that may be like foul smelling, whether in vagina in females or penis in males, and pain during urination, and there might be pain in lower back and abdomen. So these are some general symptoms of sexually transmitted diseases. So when compared to men, women are prone to the sexually transmitted diseases due to the reasons mentioned here. Okay, so there can be some ways to prevent these STDs, that is to have safe, with correct and consistent use of condoms, and having proper sexual hygiene, so those are the methods to prevent this. And next topic is HIV AIDS. So human immunodeficiency virus, it is a virus. It causes a disease called as acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, that is AIDS. Okay, so the AIDS is caused by HIV. HIV means human immunodeficiency virus. So it is a retrovirus. What is retrovirus? Its genetic material is RNA. So if its genetic material RNA, then we call it as retrovirus. And what it does is that it destroys the main cells of the immune system, and so that the body becomes vulnerable to diseases. Okay, so in our body we have immune cells. So if this virus destroys the immune cells, then we are easily prone to the infections. Okay, it infects the T lymphocytes and makes thousands of copies of virus inside the body. So when it comes to the symptoms, a person can be asymptomatic, so like without any symptoms, for 10 to 15 years. So this is a dangerous thing. Okay, if it's symptom, we can suddenly go to doctor, we can take proper medicine. But if it's no symptoms, so a person will think that he is all right, but the virus will already be spreading inside the body. So the immune system, the T helper cells will decrease. Okay, and at the full blown AIDS, what happens is that the body will be completely be prone to the infections due to the loss of immune cells. So this is general information, like there are around 30 million adults and 3 million children below the age of 15 that live with AIDS. This is statistics. So there are how the HIV is transmitted from one infected individual to another individual. There are different mechanisms due to unprotected sexual intercourse, infected blood. Okay, when a person gets contact with the infected blood, infected syringes and needles. Okay, so if a person has HIV and the infected syringe used for him, if it's used to the another person, then this may be transmitted. Like for tattooing, some people do tattooing, acupuncture. So if they use the same needle or syringe for different people, then the HIV may transfer. And HIV can also transfer from mother to her baby in the utero, in the womb, and during childbirth and through breast milk. So there are some ways to prevent this, that we are not seeing in this lesson. So there are how to prevent this STDs and HIV transmission: having one faithful sex partner, and proper sex hygiene. Okay, and also HIV transmission can be prevented by using sterilized needles for blood donation or transfusion, or getting injection. Sterilized different injections. And pregnant women infected with HIV should consult the medical doctor so that they can suggest medicine so that the baby does not get the HIV. Okay, so there are some misconceptions among the people. So for that, it is not transmitted through kissing, holding hands, hugging, sharing toilets, sharing clothes, food and drink, sneezing, coughing or mosquitoes biting. HIV does not spread through these methods. Okay, so we have completed this lesson, alhamdulillah. So as usual, you have to answer these in-text questions, write in your books. Okay, and for your assignment notes, you have to send me this, what you have learned, this thing. Okay, until here you have to write the notes and you have to send it to me. Once again, I'm telling you, you are given marks for this notes submission. So some of you have not submitted at all and they won't get marks. Okay, those who have submitted, they will get marks inshallah. And as usual, for the terminal exercise, you have to find out the answer by reading out the lesson. Okay, and we will complete here inshallah. In the next class, we'll go to the next lesson. Study well. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.